Little People, Big World. Amy Roloff and Chris Marek get married after delay. Little People, Big World stars Amy Roloff and Chris Marek have finally tied the knot. Amy and Chris met through a blind dating event, where Amy was originally paired up with someone else. After inviting Amy for a ride on his motorcycle, the two connected, and Chris proposed to Amy in late 2019. This followed Amy's 2016 divorce from Matt Roloff, with whom she shares 4 adult children. Fans were shocked when the couple, who had been married for over 20 years, decided to end their relationship ahead of Amy and Chris' August wedding. The couple revealed Matt and his girlfriend, Karen Chandler, wouldn't be attending their upcoming nuptials. While this could be a major source of drama for reality stars, it all came down to not wanting to add any extra stress on Amy during her big day. Although the couple debated whether Matt and Karen should be invited or not, in the end, they felt it was a better decision for everybody involved if Amy's ex didn't make an appearance. Fans of the show know Matt and Chris are seemingly friendly, but it's best to avoid any potential awkwardness for Amy's sake. Amy and Chris finally got married on August 28 in Hillsboro, Oregon, after pushing the ceremony due to the COVID-19 pandemic. According to posts on Amy's daughter-in-law, Tori's Instagram story, all Amy's children and grandchildren were in attendance. Both Tori and Amy's other daughter-in-law, Audrey Roloff, congratulated the happy couple on Instagram. "Congratulations, Mimi and Chris," Tori wrote, as reported by Us Weekly. Audrey also congratulated her daughter, Ember, and Tori's son, Jackson, for being the flower girl and ring bearer at the wedding. "Have you ever seen more precious flower girl plus ring bearer duo?" she wrote. "It's great seeing Amy surrounded by her family, especially after the TLC star revealed her father had been in the hospital and might not be able to make it to her wedding." A day before the big ceremony, Amy took to Instagram to share her excitement during an outdoor rehearsal. "I can't believe we're just a few short hours till Chris and I are married," Amy wrote in the caption. "I'm so thrilled and excited to be his wife," she continued. Amy also shared a bunch of photos to her social media, documenting what went on before her wedding, including bridal showers and planning, meetings. Even though some fans of Little People, Big World might be sad to see Amy and Matt's longtime relationship officially come to an end, they're probably also excited to see Amy happy. At least Matt is also in a good relationship with Karen, so both halves of the ex-couple are moving in the right direction with their lives. Hopefully, fans will get to see more of both couples in upcoming seasons of the TLC show. Little People, Big World. Amy reveals her dad might not attend her wedding. Wedding's bells will soon be ringing for Amy Roloff from Little People, Big World, but her father may not be there to walk her down the aisle. The mother of 4 has been planning her wedding all year, and fans have gotten a first-hand look at her big day. Some were surprised she decided to have it on the family farm, but the venue seems to have panned out. Little People, Big World has been a mainstay on TLC for the last 15 years. Throughout the series, viewers watched as Matt and Amy's children grew up on the Oregon farm. As the children got older, their parents seemed to drift apart, and eventually Matt and Amy called it quits. The divorce went as smoothly as it could since there was animosity between the former couple. But now Matt has bought Amy out of the farm, and she has begun her new life off the family property. The only remaining child on the show is Zach Roloff, who is married to Tori. The show has definitely changed over the years, but TLC viewers are still loving watching the family grow up on screen. Amy took to her Instagram this week, as reported by People, to share that her father had been in the hospital and may not be able to attend her wedding on August 28 to Chris Marek that is set to take place on Roloff Farms. Amy shared a sweet photo of her and her father smiling at a BBQ in her Instagram story. She wrote on the photo that her father is 92 and had been in the hospital for the last 2 weeks, adding, "Not sure if he'll make it to our wedding. I'm glad he's now getting better/stronger, but God knows, and so I keep giving it up to Him. The TLC star didn't reveal what her father has been struggling with, but shared she was just happy that her father would still be in Michigan when she went to visit. Now that her father is gaining strength, Amy is getting ready for her big day. She just had her bridal shower with her daughters-in-law and best friends. The party looked fun, and there was even a life-size cutout of her groom Little People. Big World just wrapped up their current season. TLC fans learned that Matt and his partner, Karen Chandler, will not be in, revealing some major news to the rest of the family. Little People, Big World Season 25 has featured a lot of dramatic moments in just the first few episodes alone. Zach Roloff had to deal with emergency shunt surgery. There's been some tension between various family members over planning a fundraising event, with Amy Roloff taking charge and being accused of acting like a dictator. Some happy moments will also occur this season, though according to a promo for the next episode of Little People, Big World Season 25, courtesy of TLC, Matt and Karen announced their engagement. While the teaser doesn't include the entire family's reaction, it does show Matt and Karen revealing the big news to Amy's husband, Chris Marek. "I asked Karen to marry me, and she said yes," Matt says at the start of the promo. Chris leans over the table across from the newly engaged couple to inspect the ring on Karen's hand. Then Matt adds that he and Karen will be doing things completely different for their wedding. "We're going to invite you guys," he jokes before bursting out laughing, which causes Chris to laugh as well. In a confessional, Karen admits that she and Matt haven't come up with the guest list yet, so she was worried when Matt told Chris and he and Amy will be invited. "I was like, oh," Karen exclaims. Matt and Karen's engagement is big and exciting news, but the Little People, Big World promo also teases something very disappointing. Zach is walking across the grass and yells out to his son Jackson, "You wanna play a game?" The camera cuts to Jackson looking sad. Zach then explains that Jackson was playing soccer with other kids, and some of them pointed out that he's different. He notes that his son is hearing comments like that for the first time. The promo ends with Tori Roloff going over to Jackson to try to console him. "Are you okay?" she asks. It's heartbreaking to hear that Jackson is being teased for being different, as Zach described. In the comments section of the Instagram post for this promo, several social media users expressed the same feeling. Kimmerilm Coinash said, "I can't handle Jackson getting his feelings hurt." Hopefully, Tori and Zach will be able to encourage Jackson to keep playing the soccer game and prove to the other kids that he's just as worthy of being there as they are, and that he deserves to feel loved and valued not just within his own family, but in society as a whole. Matt and Karen got engaged back in April 2023. Amy has already moved on with Chris, so it's great to see Matt being able to do the same thing with Karen. However, she hasn't always gotten the best reception since first appearing on Little People, Big World. Karen has been accused of ruining Matt's life. It was revealed in a recent episode that Matt will be leaving the farm to Amy when he dies. During that scene, Karen noted that she doesn't want to inherit the property. Even if she did have a hand in that decision, it's probably for the best that Amy inherits it instead. Little People, Big World star Zach Roloff hospitalized after emergency brain surgery. Little People, Big World star Zach Roloff is on the mend after undergoing emergency brain surgery. On Thursday, Zach's wife Tori revealed on Instagram, "Not exactly how we saw our week going. Zachary had an emergency shunt revision this morning. It's been a scary 72 hours, but he is doing well and recovering." Tori made sure to thank their friends, family, and fans for all the love and support. She wrote, "Thank you so much to everyone for the prayers that you have covered us in. We feel them." She added, "Thank you to our friends and family who have all reached out asking to help. We feel so loved and supported by you." Roloff didn't leave out the medical team either, writing, "We are so incredibly blessed by our neurosurgeon team and their attentiveness to Zach's needs. While Tori didn't go into major detail about the surgery, she remained hopeful that the surgery would help in relieving his migraines. Tori ended the post with a special note to Zach, writing, "You're a freaking badass, Zach. You just had brain surgery and handled it like a rock star. I'm so proud of you." Earlier this week, Tori asked for prayers on her Instagram story. She revealed, "We discovered Zach's shunt is in need of repair and will have surgery in the morning." Zach's father, Matt Roloff, also gave an update on his health. He wrote on Instagram, "Family has been in constant contact and communication. We are all praying for Zach as he undergoes an important shunt revision. He's in good hands with Tori advocating tooth and nail for his best interest. All prayers up please for Zach's successful recovery." Last year, Zach and Tori's son Jackson underwent surgery to correct bowing in his legs. Obvious for a while, Zach elaborated, "A average person with same surgery, you would see the difference a lot quicker as little people, big world real or scripted." What the cast has said about speculation little people. Big World documents the Roloff family's daily lives, though some viewers have wondered if the stories are scripted. Keep scrolling to find out what the cast has said about if the show is real or fake. TLC and the show's cast have not directly stated that the reality show is scripted, though some comments made by the Roloff family members have led fans to believe that Little People, Big World isn't completely authentic. In March 2020, Matt Roloff blamed the show's editing for making his split from Amy Roloff appear more dramatic than it actually was. While appearing on the First Class Fatherhood podcast, Matt explained that each season has a lot of time compression. The Roloff patriarch, who was married to Amy from 1987 until 2016, said that the way the show is edited makes the family members look like they're always at each other's throats, and it's not quite that way. "Let's say Amy and I are arguing about something," Matt said at the time. "We've been getting along for 6 months, and then we have another argument. Well, they throw those 2 arguments into one episode. Just the nature of television really puts out a different impression." While participating in a Q&A with fans via his Instagram stories in January 2022, Jeremy Roloff answered why he and his wife, Audrey Roloff, no longer appear on the show. After admitting he didn't want to be associated with the show anymore, he implied that the cast made up storylines for the show. "Audrey and I had other things we wanted to do besides fabricating drama on TV," he wrote. Another family member to state that producers made the family participate in fake plotlines is Jacob Roloff. He previously claimed that "the family that is filmed is not my family" via Instagram in December 2020. "They are the Roloff characters, and I have scarcely anything in common with them, nor do I want to be a character myself." In December 2022, Tori Roloff told her social media followers that the show doesn't give viewers the full sides of every story. While participating in an Instagram Stories Q&A, the mother of 3 was asked to share her favorite and least favorite thing about filming all the misconceptions people have of us and our family because they only get to see what TLC shows them. Tori said of her least favorite part of the show. Meanwhile, Zach Roloff's wife revealed that the show also allows her to experience cool things, meet awesome people, the crew, and that her family gets to share our story, kind of. Making his own way. Find out Little People, Big World star Zach Roloff's growing net worth. Little People, Big World star Zach Roloff may be on the longest-running TLC show, but that's not the only way the Washington resident's net worth has grown. While Zach may not be in line to inherit his family's infamous property, Roloff Farms, he's established his own life in Battleground, Washington, with his wife, Tori Roloff, and their 3 kids. Fans are curious how the TLC personality makes money apart from his on-screen appearance. Zach is worth an estimated $700,000, according to Celebrity Net Worth. Matt has dystrophic dysplasia, which is a hereditary genetic disorder affecting cartilage, according to Johns Hopkins Medicine. Meanwhile, Zach and his mother both have achondroplasia, a genetic condition affecting a protein in the body called the fibroblast growth factor receptor, which in turn causes the slowing down the growth of bone in the cartilage of the growth plate. The rest of Zach's siblings, Molly Roloff, Jacob Roloff, and Zach's fraternal twin, Jeremy Roloff, are of average height. After more than 15 years on screen, Zach is the only one of his siblings who still regularly appears on the TLC series. Zach also formerly made money as one of the tour guides on Roloff Farm, which cost customers a hefty $350 per ticket. However, Zach stepped down from his role after his rift with his father over buying Roloff Farms in season 22. His wife contributes to their income as a photographer, star on LPBW, and social media influencer. The couple also launched a podcast called Raising Heights in February 2024. After the exits of his three siblings, fans began to wonder when Zach would follow in their footsteps and announce his departure from LPBW. Zach and Tori have been open with viewers on their discussions surrounding leaving the show. The photographer admitted in an Instagram Q&A in December 2022 that her on-camera time will likely end sooner than later. "I think our time is definitely coming to a close, but we're trying to enjoy it while it's here," Tori, who shares kids Jackson, Lila, and Joja with her husband, said at the time. The pair officially confirmed their plans to leave the show after season 25 during a February 2024 episode of their podcast. "Let's just talk about the elephant in the room. Are we coming back to Little People, Big World?" Tori began, while Zach replied, "We are not. We made that pretty clear the last cycle. But I don't think it's been officially announced to people like we're not coming back to Little People, Big World. We are done. That part in our lives, that chapter has closed," she added. Zach then shared that he and Tori have not been formally asked to return for season 26 yet. "I think the chapter has closed regardless of us being asked back or not," he continued. "We made it pretty clear we're done with that chapter for multiple reasons." Zach and Tori purchased a 3,300 square foot home, which sits on 2 acres of land in Battle Ground, Washington, for $944,000, according to a listing viewed by In Touch. "Guess what? We movie do," the mom of 3 shared via Instagram in October 2021. "We've been quite busy the last 30 days and I'm beyond exhausted. I hope we never move again. Haha. We said goodbye to our sweet, cozy, unique, and very greenhouse in Portland yesterday. We will miss Portland, but we're so excited for our new adventure in Washington." The Roloff family prepares Jackson for surgery in Little People, Big World sneak peek. Jackson Roloff might be the toughest kid on TV. In this exclusive clip from TLC's Little People, Big World, his parents Zach and Tori Roloff prepare their son for a big surgery. The Little People, Big World star, who turned 5 in May, prepares for surgery in this exclusive clip from the June 14 episode. While Jackson is smiling and carefree on the way to the hospital, his parents Zach and Tori Roloff can't help but worry. The surgery involves putting screws and plates into his growth plates to hopefully slow down growth, Tori says. His legs will still be bowed, but over time as he grows, they will be straightened out. Jackson was born with achondroplasia, a form of dwarfism which causes the bones to grow abnormally. As Tori explains, the surgery is meant to correct some of the bowing that's pretty severe in his legs. "We chose the surgery that's the least invasive." Tori says the procedure is supposed to be a quick recovery, and that while she and Zach have done their best to tell Jackson what's going on, he doesn't know what's happening. He's not aware that he's about to go into surgery. Once at the hospital, there's a lot of anxious waiting before the surgery begins. "It's a lot of sitting around, talking to doctors," Zach says. "A lot of different nurses asking the same questions. For me, it's a constant worry. Is Jackson all of a sudden going to freak out and say, I don't want to do this? Or is something going to trigger him to be like, I'm not okay with this? Jackson, as he tends to do, takes the entire thing in stride with a big smile on his face, but the same can't quite be said for his parents. I was nervous for when they could come and wheel him away, Tori admits. I was ready to be like, keep it together, Tori. Don't get upset. Just let him go. Little People, Big World star, Oregon's Amy Roloff, gets married in a new TLC special. Viewers of Little People, Big World have, over the years, had plenty of opportunities to follow the ups and downs of Amy Roloff, her now ex-husband, Matt Roloff, and members of their family. A new special, Little People, Big World, Amy and Chris's Happily Ever After, will chronicle a new chapter as it follows events leading up to the wedding between Amy and her fiancé, Chris Marek. Amy Roloff and Chris Marek got married in August at Roloff Farms, the Helvetia area property that for years was the home of Amy and Matt Roloff and their children. The Roloffs divorced in 2016. Little People, Big World premiered on TLC in 2006 and has focused on the Roloffs' life on the farm and their personal lives. Matt, Amy, and their son, Zach, have dwarfism. The couple's other children, Jeremy, Molly, and Jacob, don't have dwarfism. The 2-hour Little People, Big World, Amy and Chris's Happily Ever After will, according to the description from TLC, pull back the veil on the weeks leading up to the wedding, from food tastings to farm renovations to decor decisions, and will end with the wedding.